Hi, and welcome back. This is COMM1160 Week 3 video number 2. In this video, we're going to go through the APA template. So again, just a reminder, that file is up for you in the week number 3 folder. So you can download it and save your own copy so that you can actually use it as a template when you're working in APA. I wanted to bring you through some features of the APA template and give you some hints about how to use it and how to manipulate it. This video is really just going to deal with formatting. So if we keep going with the idea that APA is just like learning how to drive, or that learning APA is just like learning how to drive, this would be the equivalent of that very first thing that you do when you're taking driver's ed. You go through the car and they point out different features of the car and different parts of the car that you'll be using. That's the type of idea that I'm going to follow for this particular video where I bring you through the template. And just another thing, you may want to switch to full screen for this because I am going to be pointing out various things in the file, and it may be difficult to see this if you're on a phone. So try to maximize your YouTube screen so that you end up with a full view of everything. Okay, so the APA template that I provided you with is a fake paper written in APA format so that you can see all of the different parts of APA format and so that you can use this file as your own template. So I'm going to bring you through the different parts and point out some various parts of APA as we're going through this. The first thing that we're going to take a look at here is the title page. So every APA file needs to have a title page. Every single APA assignment or essay or whatever that you do needs to have a title page. It needs to follow very specific rules. So APA is not about creativity. It wants you to follow very strict rules and keep the formatting exactly the same. APA is not about being cute, so you can't put up any pictures or anything, sort of cute looking on your title page. It has to look very, very plain, just like what you're seeing in front of you. So I'm just going to ignore this stuff up at the top for right now, and I'm going to go down, and you'll see this is about a few lines down from the top. Again, I've set it in the template to be exactly where it needs to be for APA format. And this is your information about the assignment. So you start off with the title of your assignment or the title of your paper. That needs to be centered. It needs to be in bold. And it needs to take uppercase letters on each major word, except for prepositions and conjunctions. So grammar speak's sometimes difficult. Just think of it as like baby words that you were taught not to put capitals on. So and, or, not, but, or, yet, so. Any of those little words that don't take a capital go lowercase, but all the major words take an uppercase. Okay? You then skip a line, and the next entry is your first name and your last name. You skip another line, and then you put in the name of your institution. So right now it's Niagara College, but in the future, if you're studying at another college or university, you would put in the college or university name there. Skip another line, then you put in the course code. Skip another line, then the professor's name. Skip another line, and then your date of submission. Okay, all of this is centered. And again, you'll see, okay, it uses true double spacing all the way through. The rest of the page is blank, okay? On our little template, I've just given you a note, okay, saying that this is standardized according to the APA 7th edition, which is what we're using now, and noting that individual instructors might require less or more information on the title page. So some professors like you to customize the information that's there. If so, they give you instructions about that in your classes. But if it's just a general APA title page, you're looking at the stuff that you're seeing here on the screen. This little thing up here at the top, now I'm going to turn to, this is what's called the running head, okay, in APA format. And the running head is just a shortened version of your assignment title. It needs to be 25 or fewer characters, including spaces, and it needs to be all in caps. So to come up with a running head, normally what you do is you use the first couple of words in your longer title. Okay, so the full official title of my assignment is Alien Hand Syndrome and its treatment, current definitions and research. But my running head, my short version title is Alien Hand Syndrome. I also have the page number over here on the side. And APA says that you must have the page number even on the title page, exactly where you see it. Okay, so flush to the right over here. In our template, I've already set this up for you, but because it's in the running head position, it's grayed out. If you want to go in, okay, to that, you double click, and that brings you into header and footer. And from there, you can adjust the running head. So let's say I was working on an assignment called cancer. I would just change the fake running head that I have up there into my own running head, and it changes it right on screen. And it also changes it on the second and any subsequent page. Okay, because your running head goes through every single page of your APA assignment. So it starts on page 1, your title page, and it goes through all the different pages, okay, that you write up to and including your last page, which is something called your references page. And we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, so your title page is very easy to set up. Again, if you're using the template, all you need to do is modify, so you need to know what the different parts are, but then modify to include your own information. So then I would take out this fake title. Whoops, just trying to use my mouse here, right? And I'd type in, okay, my own title, take out the fake name, okay, put in my name, and so on and so forth, so that I'm customizing, okay, the actual pre-formatted paper to be able to turn it in for a particular assignment. Okay, so title page, very simple. You might want to stop the video at this point and go into your own template, play around with it a little bit, okay, and modify it so that you're comfortable with actually modifying the Word file. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you've done that and you played around with the title page a little bit. Now let's take a look at page number 2. So page number 2 is where my assignment actually starts. Okay. So this is a fake essay assignment that I put together here that somebody has written. And I just, again, want to bring you over the formatting. So the first thing to notice is that I've repeated my long title on the very first line of the paper, and that's centered and in bold. Again, if I'm using the template, all I would need to do is take the fake one out, okay, and go in and write my own title. Okay, so I'm going to change it to cancer, right? And then I'm good. If you look further down, then you'll actually see the text, okay, of my assignment. So this is where I've started writing the essay. And again, I'm just going to focus on formatting for right now. So a couple of things to notice. First thing to notice is that each paragraph begins with an indentation. And to indent in APA, all you need to do is hit tab, okay, and that brings you over to the correct indentation. And then everything else is lined up to the left. This is called left justification, which means that the lines are completely lined up on the left-hand side, but they're ragged over here on the right-hand side. Okay, and again, that's an APA rule. Everything lines up to the left. As I'm starting a new paragraph, I don't add in any extra spaces or anything like that. I simply tab over to show that I'm starting a new paragraph here. And you'll also notice as well that this is completely double spaced all the way through. Again, just another APA rule, just another convention that we follow with APA. And so the assignment continues on. You'll see now I'm on page number 3. Okay, and it continues indenting new paragraphs. and it completes on page number 4. You'll notice that when the assignment is completed, the rest of the page is left blank. Okay, so you don't put anything, even if you just finish your last page with a single word, you leave the rest of the page blank, and then you go on to something called your references page, which I'll cover in detail in another video. The margins here are set at 2.5. If you decide to use this template, it's already done for you. So all of the measuring and all of the setup and everything in Word is already pre-done. You'll notice as well, I'm in Times New Roman 12. My only choices with APA are Times New Roman 12 or Arial 12. Okay, I can't use any other fonts. So APA is completely plain looking. You know, you don't use any kind of fancy fonts or anything like that. It's very sort of plain and black and white looking, and doesn't have any bells or whistles or anything to it. Okay, so again, you can use this particular, I just noticed my centering is off a little bit. So I'm just going to fix that up. Put my center, there we go. You can use this template for our assignments in our class or for any assignment where you're doing some APA writing. Okay, again, all you need to do is go in and modify. So just make sure you save an original copy. And then as you're doing each assignment, you can open up the template and modify it. So again, I'm going to ask you, before you go on to the next video, to go in and play around with the template a little bit, get comfortable with using it and with modifying it, and then we'll get on to some heavier topics, the actual references page, where we're really sort of doing the business of APA. I'll talk to you in our next video.